You know what? That's it. I'm getting more power. That's it. That's it, man. I need more power. I need more power. That's it. Sick of playing these games with people. Doing this right now. Okay. What we got? I got that. Got that. Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. Here I am with another video for you guys, and I'm excited. This is the day you've all been waiting for, because today we're going to be doing an unboxing of this guy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, because oh, it's a happy day. Okay, so before I do the unboxing, what is this? So basically this is LITTCO. And what is LITTCO? LITTCO stands for the Little Turbo Company. They're based out of the UK, the United Kingdom, and they make amazing products. They make everything in-house, from the actual housing of the turbo housing itself and also the internals. So there's three sets. I believe there's three different sets of turbos that they usually do. This one, well, I'll show you that in a second, but they make three different versions: an L450, an L500, and an L550. Essentially, these are the three different styles of turbos that they make for the Mark 7 MQB, not just the Mark 7 GTI, but also the Golf R, I believe it's called, there's some other cars overseas that C's made by Seat, that share the platform as far as our engines. So they also specialize in that. And yeah, so here is the turbo. The turbo is in here. I did do a hybrid setup. This makes it a hybrid. The internals are different. Dan, who is the owner of LITTCO, actually really wanted to make sure that the turbo was pretty reliable, or extremely reliable. This is a bolt-on application. There's nothing that you have to fabricate or change or manipulate with the installation of this turbo, taking either your IS-20 or your IS-38 out of your Golf R, or you know, any of those turbos. Now I know what you guys are saying. Why, Jay? How come you didn't go with DBV2? How come you didn't go with equilibrium tuning? How come you didn't do a CTS boss kit? Now there's no reason why. I believe I've talked with Dan personally in regards of the type of products that he makes, and also I've have spoken to numerous amounts of owners with the turbo over the some of you guys have messaged me on Instagram. A couple of guys, they actually have Golf Rs with LITTCO turbos on their Golf Rs in the UK, and they were explaining to me a little bit about it. And and I actually thought, this was definitely a good move. Oh yeah, really quickly, also the reason why I didn't do CTS 500 or Boss 600 kits, too much power for what I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to make a monster out of this thing. I mean, it will be regardless with this thing that's in this box, but I'm not trying to make a monster out of it. And CTS, I'm not bashing the company, but when it comes to their customer service, I actually tried to reach out to them numerous times in regards of a product I was interested in, that I wanted to purchase, and unfortunately I never got a call back. I never got them on the phone. But and I've heard, and it's not just me, I don't want you to think that it's just me bashing the company. A lot of people have said the same thing about CTS in the past in regards to their customer service. So I knew I didn't want to go that route, and I've heard a couple of horror stories, a few horror stories of that actually being a horror stories of those turbos actually failing. And these turbos aren't cheap. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and unbox this for you guys right now. The first thing I want to show you is what you get. I already opened it, obviously, so you're not going to be able to see this, but what you see here, this is a graph. And this graph pretty much shows everything in regards of the balancing of the turbos. So Dan makes everything in-house. The housings themselves, he makes the turbines themselves, the shaft that connects the hot side and the cool side of the turbo, everything. He makes everything in-house. He assembles them together. He tests them. He makes sure that they're balanced. So one of the things that's crazy about this turbo kit, which I'm actually going to do the unboxing really quickly, is that, you know, it's pretty dope. It's pretty cool. It's completely custom. Dan actually has a lot of experience in this, and this is kind of a reason why I felt comfortable going with LITTCO. Not bashing any of the other companies. That's not what I do on this channel. So I don't want to start having like a you know, a drama war, but that's not what I'm going at here. He measures everything under 0.5 G. So that's what this line is right here, this straight line here. If this turbo has, you know, tolerances underneath it, then it checks out as balanced and good. The stock turbo, which is the stock IS38, usually has G's, and that's, you know, G's up to like about 1 to 1.5 G's, which is, you know, a significant amount of play when you're spinning the turbo. And these turbos spin up to about 130,000 RPMs. So you can imagine something that's spinning that quickly, you don't want to damage the turbine anyway. And it's also the turbines with the shaft in the middle, they're strengthened, because that's actually one of the weak points, as Dan explained to me from LITTCO. Those are one of the actual weak points of the original IS38 of an OEM IS38. All right, so it includes, you know, remove before boost. So we have that. And we also have some decals here, some LITTCO decals. Well, let's go ahead and pull out. This is a beautiful turbo, man. Let's pull this out of the box. All right, here we go. So here's the turbo right here. All right, I'm gonna take the paper off for a second. Ooh. Now, this doesn't look big, and it's not. And the reason why I say that is because this is an L450. So this is an L450 kit. So as you can see, they have their own little, this is the cold side of the turbo. So, you know, your diverter valve, turbo, your turbo muffler goes. This is where your diverter valve goes. This is where your turbo inlet goes. And as you can see, there's the actual wheel right there. That wheel's tight, that's not going anywhere. And you can actually see that the fins are actually different. I'm gonna come in to the camera so you guys can see that. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the actual turbo. So you see the turbine is a little bit different, and this is pretty dope. So there's like it's a new fin design that they have in here. So, and as you can see, this is the casing of the IS38. So hang on. So it will say IS38 on the hot side of the turbo right there, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. Okay, so a couple of things when you actually purchase this turbo. So this turbo runs for, this is the L450 kit. So this is the basic kit. This is the entry level turbo kit. Now I don't want you to think that since it's a entry level turbo kit, it's, you know, it doesn't make any power or anything like that compared to an IS38. As Dan explained to me, this is highly different from an IS38 in many different ways. Like I said, a lot of the stuff is internal. The internals are completely different. When it comes down to the turbine and that shaft that connects the two turbines together to spin, in very minimal shaft play, the balance is under, or he says is anywhere from 0.5 G's or less. And looking at my graph here, we're at 0.4, so we're under that mark. So the course of balancing to his standards has passed. Now you order this turbo, the cool thing about this is that if you're switching, like from me, most of you guys are Mark 7 GTI owners. The cool thing about this turbo kit is that if you just want to do a simple swap, which is what you're going to see when I install the turbo on the car, is that this turbo actually can use the stock actuator from the IS20, which is not that much to set up. And I believe that bolts up right here, and it actually connects to, I'm gonna spin this turbo around. So as you can see here on the back here, that's the wastegate flap. Wait, Where are you? Where are you? There you go. Yeah, so as you can see here, I have this turbo like upside down right now. So you see the actuator will actually connect right here on the side. On the side right here. So as you can see, the actuator will connect right here, and I will actually tell the wastegate to open and close. You will have to do some adjustment to this, but the adjustment I've heard from numerous Mark 7 owners, you guys, that it doesn't take long. You'll probably, if it is some adjustment, you'll probably get it right on the second try. It takes 10 minutes. Now, I didn't order this with a diverter valve because you can use your stock diverter valve. Again, this is a simple swap application. You're only swapping the turbo. What I would recommend, and what I'm actually going to be doing when I install this turbo, is ordering a replacement turbo kit hardware setup. So for instance, it'll come with new gaskets, new line, not new lines, but you know, new gaskets, new seals and everything else that you would install on the turbo, so that this way you won't have any leaks, you won't have any coolant issues, and you definitely won't have any, you won't have any problems at all. Now, I didn't order a muffler. You can order this with a stock diverter valve. So if you're having issues with your stock diverter valve, you can include the diverter valve. They'll actually include a stock one with it. You have to purchase that with it. That's an additional cost. Also, you can order a turbo muffler delete. Now, as you can see here, in the front of here, I don't have any of those. And the reason why is because MST, I'm going to be running the MST turbo muffler delete, which will go right here when I get it all set up. And I will be running the stock diverter valve. Maybe I will actually change the diverter valve in regards of not the actual diverter valve itself, but the DBV Go Fast Bits piston, so we can have some good airflow. Now, he explained to me, and I'll actually review this with you guys now. I'm probably going to be switching tuners. 5150 can tune this perfectly fine. There's no issue with your 5150, so I don't want you to think that. Again, I don't bash anybody. My tune on my IS-20 has been fantastic. However, Unicorn, I think it's called Unicorn Development Motors. I'll put a link in it. I'll put a link for it in the description below. They're going to be tuning the car because they actually specialize in tuning the L450, the L500, and the L550 in the UK with the MQB platform. So the guy, I believe his name is Rick. He tunes these all day. Either Rick or Rich. I believe his name's Rich. I'm so sorry if I messed up your name. I'm sorry. I'm really excited to run this. I don't know how many pounds of boost. Every tuner is different, so I can't give you a number on that yet. But to achieve the numbers that I want to achieve, and I told you I want 400 horsepower, this can do it with ease. I spoke to the tuner, the new tuner that I'm working with. I spoke to other multiple people. An IS-38 OEM from Volkswagen IS-38, you could probably get anywhere from 370, max 380, without any issues. After that, you're really kind of asking for it. This, since you got, a different turbine for the hot and cold side, you have different internals altogether, and it's a hybrid setup, so they run a lot more efficient than an OEM turbo. So yeah, so I'm excited. I can't wait to get this installed. You will see the whole installation. We're completely doing a bunch of different parts on the car as a change, and this is going to be one of them. I know you guys have been, and the only reason why I did this unboxing with you guys is because you definitely wanted to see this. So let's talk about pricing really quick. How much is this turbo? How much does it go for? I believe with this setup, without a diverter valve or without an actuator, because I'm swapping those over from my IS-20 onto this, because I've checked out both parts and they're both perfectly fine. Basically, this setup right here, an L450 with nothing added on it, is about, they quote it at 1,250 pounds. I don't know the conversion. The conversion for that in US dollars is right down below. So it's a good price point for an entry-level turbo. You get a lot for your money here. See, the build quality is great. It's solid. And it actually came very quickly, shockingly enough. From the UK, I figured it would have to go through customs and all this stuff. But it did, and it got here within a week. So and they're very responsive when it comes down to, you know, customer service and everything else. You can check out their Facebook page. I'll put their Facebook page link as well as their Instagram and their website down below. So that's it, guys. So you know what turbo I'm running. It is the LITTCO L450 kit here. I'm not running, you can actually, oh, also for the diverter valve, last thing I wanted to mention for the diverter valve, you will be able to run a, I think it's called the Turbo Smart blow valve, but it's kind of like a diverter valve, its own little smart diverter valve, where it can either, you can change it from, it's a hybrid setup, I believe, where you can divert air back into the intake stream, or you can change it to the atmosphere, the percentage, I don't remember, but you can order that with this. If you didn't want to, if you wanted to upgrade from the stock diverter, I'm not diverter valve. I'm not doing that. I'm actually just going to run this as I see fit. You guys finally know what I'm going to run on the car, so you know. And like I said, it's literally bolt on, bolt off. It's just a turbo, I believe. With this, he doesn't mention it on the website, but again, if you have any more questions, I suggest reaching out to them on the Facebook page, and they'll be able to assist you with all the expert questions. But he made me feel comfortable enough to go with this. I feel extremely comfortable running this. I've seen some crazy power gains with the L450 kit, and the power goals that I want to achieve will be easily obtainable with this platform. But that's it. So guys, I will put all the links for all the I will put the links for all of the LITTCO stuff in the description below. And that's going to conclude this video. I'm sorry it wasn't like a DIY or anything like that, but you're definitely going to see heavy DIYs on a lot of different things coming up. I promise you, there's a lot of new things coming up on the channel. A lot of new DIY stuff for Project MK7. I promise you that. And new collaborations with GTI Mark 7 racers who actually and race their cars in like different series and stuff like that. So you'll definitely see that, and you'll definitely meet those people as we go along. But make sure that you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to JR14, make sure that you do by clicking going to the channel, going to the main page, smash that subscribe button, and right next to that subscribe button, not too much, it's not too difficult for you guys, just make sure that you make sure that you smash that notification bell. That notification bell will give you post notifications on every time I come out with videos, which is every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Well guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. And remember guys, cars are a lifestyle. Take care.